We've invited you here, kind of as Lorraine said, because you had a conversation with somebody in a team, and can you tell us a bit more about what happened there?
I was kind of matrix managing. It's a bit of a corporate term, but matrix managing a project at the Financial Ombudsman Service. There's a group of maybe 5 or 6 people. One of them, a girl called Laura. It's not actually her real name. Laura started to act a bit unusually. She was coming in quite late. She wasn't looking like she was taking care of herself. She's someone who took pride in her appearance. It looked a bit strange to me for several weeks, and then one day, quite late, she was crying at her desk. Obviously, that's not a normal thing to see in the workplace. So I had an inkling that something wasn't right. But when I saw that she was crying at her desk, I went over to have a conversation with her.
But how did you know what to say?
That's a good question. I don't think that there is anything really that anyone is ever going to say wrong in a situation like that. It can simply be a matter of asking, is someone okay? That's not, if someone's in tears, they're obviously not okay. But just asking to step away from the desk, go and have a conversation. It may feel a bit uncomfortable or intimidating, but honestly, I don't think that there is a wrong thing to say in that situation. We've all felt low. We've all had somebody come and speak to us when we're feeling low. I think it's fairly natural. I think it's within everybody. So I would just encourage people to not overthink it.
And some people in the audience might be recognising you today because you are one of the celebrity features. One of the people giving advice in our Wellbeing in the City tool, which was developed with the Samaritans. That gives some hints and tips about how to have that conversation. But do you have any to share today?
So that tool is really good because it's in 2 parts. You don't have to watch the part with me. The second part, actually, about active listening, is really, really good. I think that reinforces probably one of my top tips, which is usually any response. So asking a question is one thing, are you okay? And she obviously wasn't, or can we have a conversation? I know that there's an anxiety about what the bit afterwards that comes back at you, because asking the question is one thing, and then listening to the response is another thing, and you don't know what the person's going to say. But that tool and the active listening skills actually just encourages you to listen. It's very interactive, so you get a role play where you get to choose your responses. I don't want to spoil it for you, but most of the responses are right. But sitting and listening, and kind of being confident that you don't have to fix anything. You're not an expert. I'm not an expert. Just listening to somebody, and then, if necessary, signposting them to the right place. We ended up working with her manager. She ended up being treated for depression and anxiety. But I mean, being confident just to listen and realize that you don't have to have the answers to fix the problem would be a top tip.